That's the groove. It just has a bass and it has like an EDM groove, right? The bass note is F sharp. And a student in our class had asked me, and I heard it, it was like, that was like the sound that the saxophone was playing. That was the melody, right? So that gives us information because we have F sharp, C sharp, and G. So what do? Right? The note G gives us information. So there's a G and it's in an F sharp like world. And so that's probably going to be, and it also has C sharp. So it tells us that we're in Phrygian, which is a fancy name for D major, in the key of D major. So there's two sharps. Let me see if I can pull this limb dapple up. So start just thinking in terms of two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. And usually that would be D major, right? But we have F sharp in the bass. This sounds a little bit like EDM, right? So just see what you can do with it. Ready, go. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try some melodic rhythms like that. And of course, if you're fancy and you want to just do like continuous sixteenths, you can do that. Otherwise, come with me on this. So we'll do that rhythm. That rhythm, your notes. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Could be one note, could be two notes, could be 7 notes. Here's a new melodic rhythm. Your notes, that rhythm. new melodic rhythm. You try that one. To Run Pony. Run pony, run pony, run pony, run pony, run pony. Pony run. Pony run, pony run, pony run, pony run, pony run, pony run. Cool. Let me talk about like pushing your speed threshold. A great way to push the speed threshold is to identify like what rhythmic duration you can maintain. So if you can maintain da 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 da, you can maintain that, right? And remember, there's a trick for this, which is always that you can repeat the same note, or you can repeat the same. Let me show you that actually. So if I, right? I'm either repeating the same note or I'm repeating the same two notes, or you can do the same three notes. That's a trick for playing sustained fast. So anyway, let's say you're here though. This is what you can do. Sorry, I played out of the mode. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. So what you can do is you can think, well, what would be the next speed up? The next speed up would be twice that. So instead of da 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 da, right? So that speed, the eighth note, is too fast for you. But what you can do is you can be anchored in quarter notes and then just occasionally play an eighth note. And the same thing happens at every level. So listen. So quarter. So this is the ramp into eventually being at the new speed. And the same thing, if you're at the eighth note, then you add some 16th notes. So the eighth note level. I always catch my breath by just playing the same note. And then I added those couple 16th notes where I felt I could get away with it. And then if you're at the 16th note level, if you're at the 16th note level, then what you can do is you can try to make it more random. You can push yourself to be more random, and then you come back and you settle into playing the same note, right? So there's ways to push your speed threshold. So you can bear that in mind if you want. You got it. Ready, go. Cool. And so we're going to do a little more with this. The student who brought this up to me was playing over this kind of groove. So I created the groove and then I made a video response and then we talked about it in class and all this stuff in the last class. And one of the things she asked about was like, what do I do if I'm playing with the DJ? And I said, you want to think about the architecture. Because if it's just you out there and there's a DJ and you're like in front of everybody, then one way you can do that is really think about the larger. And it's interesting because when I saw what she was doing, she was trying to fill every space, which kind of went along with what I was saying. So if you think about this architecture, I'll just narrate my own architecture. Okay, here's the beginning of the tune, and everybody is in the New York nightclub where I used to do this. And so the DJ starts. I'm backstage. I'm not even out there yet. Slowly, I start to walk out on stage. But I'm not doing anything. I'm just like feeling like I'm a badass. That's right. I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing here being comfortable in my skin. Feeling the groove maybe a little bit. I mean, I can't dance, but at least I'm just going to try to appear confident for that long. And even longer, right? But just for the sake of the class, we're just going to say, okay, add like 8 bars and then I come in. And I play that. And that's it. And I just sit here like a badass. Maybe I'll play it again. Look how much space I'm leaving. Now I'll get into something. Maybe long notes. And maybe come back to that motif. Ha! Yeah, I just did that. What are you going to do? Sit in the space. Right. Look how much space I'm going to wait now. 2 whole bars, right? Same phrase, different consequent. Leave the space. Maybe repeat that. End the section. And stand there for 4 bars. Right? And then it's going to keep going like that. But you see, like, I didn't do anything chopsy. I didn't play any 16th notes, right? And I so appreciated, Rachel, your compliment about the 16th note stuff that I played. But also, like, I want to just point out, and like I received that, so thank you. And also, like, a lot of times I'll play 16th notes, but I'll feel worse about the 16th notes I played than like what I just played there, because it was delivered better. It was delivered with the right energy. So I can play a bunch of fancy stuff, but if the articulation's not there, if the energy's not there, if the time feel's not there, if the phrasing, if all the consideration that goes into it's not there, then I'd rather do something simple that feels musical, that feels like it has conviction. So you can try that if you want. You can think about that architecture. Think about like, I play a phrase for a bar or two, and I just sit. Like imagine you're on stage and try to crafting that solo. Because so much of the time what happens is we get in our body and we just get in that anxiousness. And then that makes us just like we're just trying to like fill every space. Which I do as a teacher sometime, right? I just keep talking. Here we go. 2, ready, go. All right, real quick. So I didn't want to go too deep into the limbed apple thing, but just let me give you a couple notes about it, okay? So because we have what's called open, it's open. The harmony is open. What that means is there's just a note in the bass. There's nothing else dictating anything, right? except for when I played that melody before you. Like that melody kind of gave a context. But if we imagine that that's not there, then your question might be, well, what scale do I play? Well, really, you could play any scale that has the note F sharp in it, right? I mean, literally, any scale that has the note F sharp in it. And actually, you could play totally chromatically too. So, but I'll give you a couple examples. So, F sharp Aeolian is A major. So, if you just want to write down three sharps, you know what three sharps are, right? The one I already gave you before, F sharp Phrygian, which is D major. So that's two sharps. You could also do G major, which is one sharp, F sharp, right? Well, we could do four sharps. We could do five sharps. Probably do six sharps. Those would all work. You could also do melodic minor. Any melodic minor scale that has F sharp in it, right? Which don't bother with that. But also just chromatic. So I'm gonna give you a quick example, and then you can try a version of it for yourself. So this is F sharp Aeolian, which is three sharps. Right, so that's three sharps. That's A major. Now, what if I do four sharps? Then that's F sharp Dorian. That's F sharp Dorian. I can play F sharp major. Right, etc., etc. So I kind of already explained about it. Let me show you what it sounds like if I just play chromatic. And that just means 12 tone. And I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I'm literally just going to play the most random stuff I can play. There's no like actual logic behind it, really. I mean, I probably can't totally play random, but you know. And part of making it work is actually, or part of what I would attribute to part of why I make it work is because I'm playing in rhythm, rhythmically accurate, phrasing, time feel, right?